So, with the lowrider done and still not out of the way, we're going to move on to the next project that just came in for the Street Glide. Yes, I know I keep talking about the Springer. It's still going to happen. I'm just still having fun with the new bike. So I'm doing today what a lot of other people have done with their new road glides and the new street glides, and getting that ugly ass license plate tongue off the back. And while I've been waiting, there's not a backer plate or a mounting plate out that I trust. And you know, some people out there, they have seen and bought and liked one off of, I think it's Etsy. And while I appreciate that it's just sleek and streamlined like the one that I had on my last Street Glide, I'm just, I don't know, 3D printed parts for me still have a long way to go before it's something I trust. So what we got spinning around here is, whoa, moving the whole camera, from Custom Dynamics. The license plate, surround, and the mount. This is the part I don't like, but I understand why it's there. And the Etsy one just has this part just blown up, so that way it alleviates this or eliminates this. And who knows, maybe eventually Custom Dynamics will do something better than this, but for now, this is what we have. So I do appreciate that it comes with kind of a plate here showing you how big of a notch that you're gonna have to do on your license plate, rather than just kind of guessing or eyeballing. So we'll use that. We'll use this and everything here, gaskets. So I'm gonna get over to the bike, crawl under, I'll bring you along, so that way you can see what I see. But I know that we're gonna have to start by pulling the license plate off, getting that out of there to gain access to some Torx bolts that I'm guessing are T27s. But let me grab a light, get my fat ass on the ground, and get you up underneath her rear end. Hold up. Okay, so we're underneath, and I know that's probably not super clear, but we have to remove this, which is a lot easier with these new bikes. We just push up with the thumb and it rocks out, and should, yep, there we go, just slip out from under that notch here. So that frees up access to our plug, which looks like it just kind of snaps into place. So I might have to put you down to free this up, because I don't know that, oh, hey, look at that. So there's that free, and there's our clip. We'll push that down, and that's separated. So now we are ready to swing around to the outside, pull the license plate, and actually might looking like might not need to pull the license plate to gain access to what I'm going to go ahead and guess are T27s. Let me grab one and I will let you know if I'm right. Hold on. So that was in fact a T27. I've already loosened them up, so in theory this should come loose and come out. I might have to, yeah, it looks like I have to loosen one up a little bit more. Hopefully I can do this without damaging the bike here. That should be thoroughly loose. All right, and it's out. Well, that was easy. And we're throwing bolts on the floor. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this on the bench. Gonna wipe down the little bit of dirt that's accumulated on the fender and bring our fancy new bracket over here. So, did take the fancy, what I'm gonna call a template, laid it out over the plate. Went ahead and marked with a Sharpie where that notch is. So I'll take my 10 snips and my pliers, we'll snip that, roll it over so that way we don't accidentally wear through our wiring here. Then we can grab everything here, head back over to the bike, and reutilize those two T27 bolts that we took out to mount through here. So let me get that snipped and rolled, and I'll show you how it looks afterwards as we saunter back to her rear end. Okay, so I went ahead and just laid the gaskets in place here, and I'm going to try to spin this around and put it into place here. I did go ahead and poke the wiring through the bike so I can feed it through the square hole here. Now I know this is going to take 2 hands, and I'm not going to set up a tripod to try to let you guys watch as I do this, but no, this is going to be interesting, trying to keep the gaskets in place because they're barely resting there as it is. So we'll flip this around, lay it up, feed this through, and then use the T27 bolts that we took out to go right back in. And with any luck, the gaskets will stay in place, and then I can start to finagle the surround and the plate all together. Wish me luck. All right, so that's on. It was fiddly, and note to self, make your electrical connection first, then feed everything, the plug and whatnot, back through the hole. Don't do what I did and get this mounted up and then try to make your connection and go, well, shit. Take it all back off, redo it. And if you catch enough threads with just the bottom gasket on, then you can kind of tip this forward and then just fish the upper gasket behind and in place rather than trying to hold it and do everything. So I'm going to go ahead and get the plate on here, get the front of this buttoned up, and then crawl underneath to get the wires tucked and back behind this case. I'll show you how it all looks afterwards. Hold on. All right, so we're back under, got the cap on, got the plug back in its little locking mechanism. All's well. So looping around to the outside, let me get up off the floor. There you go. Really, really cleans up that rear end. So let's go ahead and cycle on the light so you can see what's going on here. Don't have my keys on me, so had to enter my handy dandy little PIN code that I'm not going to let you guys see. There we go. And boom, we're illuminated. So all of this, including camera time, has taken 20 minutes. It's really quick, really easy. You know, these little countersunk heads did come with their own Allen wrench, so didn't have to fish around to figure out what size I needed. And you can't even tell that I snipped the license plate. There's a nice little recess in the backer plate that the wire tucks into, so nothing pinches, nothing binds, and it just really looks clean. So, but kill that. I'll make sure to put a link in the description, but it's Custom Dynamics, and as per usual, they do a great job. So you can't really go wrong. So. But I want to say all in for the plate and the frame, which you do have to buy separate. I mean, you can, if you select the frame, then you can add the backer, or you can just buy the backer and I think add the frame, but you have to make sure you are adding it. So I want to say all in, it was 110, 120 bucks just to get rid of, you know, that giant tongue off the back, which I might not have minded as much if this were color matched as well instead of just being gloss black. But hey, you know, you win some, you lose some. You know, I will be doing the chin spoiler on the front of the fairing here before long. So probably the easiest thing I've done on the bike so far. So, but that's it. Questions, comments, concerns, let me know. But until then, we'll catch y'all next time. Later.